It must have been about 1983. I had been made redundant from my job at a bedroom furniture company and had been given a decent payoff. I was able to crash out and do unpaid work at a studio in Walthamstow that I had helped build. I was eligible to join the government's Enterprise Allowance Scheme as a songwriter and trainee studio engineer. This scheme was supposed to be a way of encouraging entrepreneurship, but skeptics called it a way of massaging the unemployment figures. I rented a room above the studio which I occasionally shared with another songwriter who also worked at the studio. That was Phil Ryan. I worked on all kinds of sessions, including a couple of rock stars who urgently needed to record a Eurovision entry. It was a weekend and we were the only free studio they could find, and I was the only studio employee available. The song was purposefully awful. I still remember one of them asking the other one what he had, and he replied, "Oh, Valentino, blah 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 blah, silver screeno." It could easily have been a contender. One night when the studio was empty, Phil suggested we record my new song. We set ourselves the challenge to make it as sad as possible, and people seemed to like it.
Just a song of love, nothing very deep, just some words that came while trying hard to sleep, an idea that just grew into a song of love for you. Just a song of love, it didn't take too long. I just played some chords, the words just followed on. I guess it's nothing new. Just a song of love for you. Just a song of love for you. Cinnamon seems a bit old-fashioned. Maybe some of the words don't rhyme, and the melody is just too familiar. Well, that's just the way I felt at the time. Just a song of love I might just throw away. No words can win your heart, no matter what they say. It won't change your point of view. Just a song of love for you. Just a song of love for you.
When I had moved back from the studio in Walthamstow, I did a thing we used to do to prove we had written a song before a certain date, by sending ourselves sealed registered letters containing cassettes. For this crude publishing enterprise, I called myself Stowaways Songs. If I'd had a band at the time, I would have called it the Waltham Stowaways. I met up again with Denny, the ex-Chevron's bass player and manager. With about 4 months left on my scheme to run, I set up a studio in the shed at my parents' house, and Phil, Denny and I worked every day demoing songs. Phil was gigging with a sax player called Rick, and they met a producer and fruit importer who asked us to write an entry for Eurovision.
Do you remember when we asked to get to the table? Do you remember how we lied and said no one could take away the when we're apart. I know we had it right from the start. Just baby, baby, you're dancing in my heart.
There was a song that I had written right at the start of my time playing gigs. It was a live favourite, and various lineups I played with had tried to record it but failed.
Each time I see you, I know it's gonna break your heart. Each time I see you, I know it's gonna break your heart. You think he's only doing what he should. I tell you, baby, he ain't doing any good. Each time I see you, I know it's gonna break your heart. Each time I see you, I know it's gonna break your heart. I know you love that guy, but can you see? He's gonna make you cry. I let you cry on me. I'm waiting for change, I'm waiting for love, I'm waiting for you when he's had enough.
We also did a version of this song with Phil singing, and we played that to the producer stroke fruit importer. He liked it but wanted us to record it again without harmonies and jangling guitars. This was very disheartening. He also wanted me to sign a contract with terms I could not agree to. However, he did give me mangoes, and they were not that common in the suburbs back in those days. Years later, the owner of the studio in Walthamstow asked me to sign a contract allowing him to sell our jangly pop music, because the Stone Roses had become big.